Well, hello, St. Luke's. Sometimes, because I've got nowhere to go, I just come sit out in my driveway in my Jeep and watch the kids play in the neighborhood and listen for the sounds of the city around us, even though it's awfully quiet. I just wanted to stay connected with you for a little bit to remind you of all that's going on at St. Luke's. We have our food drive for Christian Community Service Center still going on every Saturday. We had 250 bags of groceries brought up last week. Makes such a difference for those who are dealing with food scarcity. If you want to make a delivery to CCSC through the Amazon wish list, you can continue to do that, although we have learned that many of them are out of stock, and if you just keep going back on, you can wait until they replenish their supplies and then they'll mail them out. Thank you to those who made contributions to our emergency fund. That has made such a difference in the lives of people on our Gethsemane campus and on our Westheimer campus, families that are in need. It'll enable us to help them. There are also great spiritual resources for you on our website. Take a look at the devotionals and the video devotionals. There's some classes that you can take online to keep yourself fed spiritually. Now, I do have some really good news, and that is that we are going to be back together in the sanctuary on Sunday morning worshiping together. It is going to be so awesome for us all to have gathered in that room. Oh, wait. You know, it's April Fool's Day today, right? If you're watching on the day we sent this out, today's April Fool's Day, we're not going to be back in the sanctuary together, but we are going to be worshiping. So starting this Sunday is our Holy Week begins with our Palm Sunday on Sunday morning. And then on Thursday, we'll gather at 7 o'clock for our Maundy Thursday service, the Sacrament of Holy Communion. I hope you'll gather some bread and some juice or wine. It doesn't matter what kind. And we'll be a community together. We'll go through the liturgy of Holy Communion together in a online worship community. On Friday at 7 o'clock is our service of the Tenebrae, a Good Friday service of darkness, and with a children's service at 6 o'clock. And then on Easter Sunday morning, we will celebrate the resurrection of Jesus as the first fruits of taking us back to be with God. So this April Fool's makes me think a lot about laughter. You know, I have been the victim of so many funny pranks on April Fool's Day, and I fall for them. I always thought I was wise as a serpent, but apparently I'm innocent as a dove. When I was a kid, I loved to get my mom, and I would, first thing on April Fool's Day, I would tape the little handle down on the sprayer, you know, the sink sprayer, and face it directly out, so when she turned the sink on first thing, it would just hit her. She never caught on to that. I got her every year, and she did not find it as humorous as I did. It is a time for laughter right now. Even in the midst of all that's going on, all the pain that's around us, we can still laugh. I've been watching the memes that come by and making fun of what it's like to be cooped up in your house with your kids or your spouse. You know, the Psalm 126 says that our mouths are filled with laughter and our tongues with shouts of joy. And that's not because things are going great around us. That's because God is good no matter what. Reinhold Niebuhr, the great theologian, American theologian, said laughter is the beginning of prayer because it opens up our spirits to recognize the truth, the ironies around us, but to recognize that God's love is there for us still. You know, Psalm 2 says, even God laughs. It says, he who sits in heaven laughs, looks down at us conniving and pulling away and figuring things out, and he laughs because he knows that he's got us right in the palm of his hand. So let's trust him and let's laugh even in the face of the challenges we face.